the World Boxing Super Series, and who will be crowned here as a unified champion in the cruiserweight division. Let's head up to center ring and get the official particulars at the conclusion of that fantastic fight.
My bad, my computer's slowing down.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Craig Metcalf scored this contest 114-114 even. Robin Taylor and Robert Tapper both scored this bout 115-113. For your winner, by majority decision. He is still undefeated and is now advancing to the finals of the World Boxing Super Series and continuing on the road to Jeddah to compete for the Muhammad Ali Trophy. And now, he is the WBC and WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Oleksandr Usyk is the new unified cruiserweight champion of the world, a majority decision winner.
We was all thinking, damn it, hold on.
Over Mairis Briedis, 115-113 for judges Mrs. Robin Taylor and Mr. Robert Tapper. Mr. Craig Metcalf couldn't separate them, 114-114. And it's Usyk who goes through to the final of the World Boxing Super Series, and he does so as the new unified cruiserweight champion of the world, the #1 seed, beating the #3 seed.
You know, I'm disappointed, man. I still can't understand why they couldn't get a TV deal done so that I wouldn't have to go through hell and have people all in my inbox like, yo, where can we watch the fight? Where can we watch the fight? Where can we watch the fight? Sold out venue, super good fight, unification, which included one of the best amateurs of all time, especially cruiserweight amateurs. And we couldn't get it here in the United States. But thank God the right man won. It was a very, very close fight. Oleksandr Usyk was having some issues at the very beginning of the fight, the first 4 rounds, in my opinion. And basically, Mairis Briedis started to tire, especially around 6, or he couldn't keep up the pressure. And in my opinion, he stopped investing in the body. You know, with a guy like Oleksandr Usyk, who has an excellent engine, excellent transmission, he can do a lot of moving, man. And he looks good when he does it, and he will outwork you, even though he may have, 11 KOs or something like that? Even if he may have only 11, well, I mean, he may have 11 KOs, he's not like a guy who's a devastating knockout puncher. You know, he beats you off of activity and clean, effective punching. Like, dude is good. Dude is really, really good. At heavyweight, you know, he does. Let's see if we can hear what he's going to say.
If you could continue your applause and acknowledgement for both fighters at the conclusion of what was a fantastic fight in this unification cruiserweight showdown. Oleksandr.
The reason why I'm not showing it is because it's this company called TV Player. They copyrighted me this morning, and I'm like, what the you know? Hello? Hello? Well, we got to listen to Usyk, and then I'll talk about that. We don't have a TV deal over here in the United States. I'm trying to spread the word.
Just produced tonight.
Ты только что провел 12 тяжелейших раундов против Мариса Бридиса. Каковы твои мысли?
Give me, please. Друзья, спасибо большое арене, моим соотечественникам. Рига, тебе спасибо за поддержку. У вас достойный сын вашей страны. Давайте поаплодируем Майрису.
My dear fans, thank you very much for the support. I want to say that Mairis Briedis is the decent son of his country. We should give him a round of applause.
It was an incredibly close decision, a majority decision in your favor. What was the most important quality that got you the win in such a close contest?
В таком очень близком поединке, счет очень близкий. Что ты думаешь стало определяющим фактором в победе?
Оппозиция спортсмена. Качественный бокс со стороны Майриса. То есть это и стало оппозицией. Это, наверное, самые тяжелые 12 раундов, которые я когда-либо проводил. И мы сделаем соответствующие выводы с этого и будем готовиться к финалу.
These are the most difficult 12 rounds I ever had in my career.
God damn it, damn it, damn it!
I'm sure we will make the conclusions and will work on the improvement of my style.
So looking ahead to the World Boxing Super Series final, you've booked your place to contest the Muhammad Ali Trophy in Jeddah in May. Any preference as to who you would rather face out of Dorticos and Gassiev, who are boxing their semi-final next week? Who would you rather face in that final?
Ты зарезервировал себе место в финале. На следующей неделе состоится второй
I think I want
полуфинал.
to
Кого бы ты
Dorticos.
предпочел со своим соперником?
Я думаю, что я, наверное, буду присутствовать лично на этом полуфинале. И буду наблюдать, и пускай там победит сильнейший, и я с ним встречусь.
I think I'll be present myself at this semi-final bout. I will be watching this fight, and I wish the strongest man wins.
Well, thank you very much indeed for your insight. We know when your next fight is. It's going to be May 11th in Jeddah. After you take your ringside seat in Sochi next week, what will you do between now and the final? How will you prepare for that?
Кроме того, что ты сейчас вот поедешь в Сочи, как ты будешь проводить время между сегодняшним днем и финалом, который состоится 11 мая в Саудовской Аравии?
Я хочу максимально много провести время.
I can't do it no more. I can't do it. Let me tell you what my biggest frustration is. I spoke to the president of Showtime Boxing, Steven Espinoza. I asked him about basically why the World Boxing Super Series couldn't be picked up. Now, I understand that they didn't have the dates to invest in the entire tournament. You see what I'm saying? Because of the Al Heyman fighters. When it comes to networks, right, what I know is with Showtime and HBO, they have a budget for the year. They get a certain amount of dates. Those dates are whatever the people above Showtime Boxing or HBO gives to them, right? So they can't just say, okay, well, we're going to have boxing for 5 weeks straight. No, because it may be a movie premiere, it may be a documentary, you know, a show premiere or something else going on that Saturday night that, you know, has priority over boxing. So in this case, from a business standpoint, it didn't really make too much sense to invest in just one fight of the tournament if you're not going to broadcast them all. So for example, if they would have broadcast the Usyk versus Hook fight, which was a very, very big fight, then they would have had to broadcast all of the fights going forward in the future. Because why say, okay, we're going to broadcast this fight? You're talking about the tournament and talking about how fighters are going to go to the next round and all that shit. And then it's like, well, you know, we're not going to be showing the next round. That makes no sense. You know, but when it comes to this round, I was wondering, like, wait a minute, okay, you know, the card's a month away. The card's 3 weeks away. You know, we even talked to one of the chairmen, you know, or ambassador or what his title is, Richard Schaefer, formerly of Golden Boy Promotions, and I'm currently of Ringstar Sports, and Haymaker and Ringstar Haymaker or Haymaker Ringstar, whatever it's called, I forgot. And basically he said like they're working on a TV deal. Now we got to get the finals, you know, at least the finals over here. You know, why do I got to go through this, you know, as a media reporter, right? And my team has to go through this, you know, over here in the United States. Like, yo, man, you know, TstreeT, I want to watch that, you know, World Boxing Super Series fight. You know, we can get an article out, and you know, but it's like, well, man, let's see if they televise this shit. What we gonna do? I have HBO, I have Showtime, I have ESPN, I have Fox Sports 1, and all the channels that come, you know, with my Xfinity package. But see, the thing is, we can't, you know, and I have my frustrations with Box Nation too. But let's keep this on the World Boxing Super Series, all right? I'm sorry for my little tangent right there. Let's keep this on the World Boxing Super Series. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at the World Boxing Super Series, and they already told you that Oleksandr Usyk's next opponent is going to be either the winner of Murat Gassiev, you know, very good fighter, trained by Abel Sanchez, spars with Gennady Gennadievich Golovkin, IBF champion versus Junior Dorticos. That fight is going to be next week, and the winner of this is going to go on to a very big, major money fight. Now, this is a big fight because we know who he is, especially people who follow the cruiserweight division. We know who he is as a fighter. Very tough fight with Dennis Liberdat before entering the tournament. He's kind of the dark horse. We saw that crazy knockout, you know. So we're still trying to figure all this out, but still, nonetheless, Oleksandr Usyk is still, in my opinion, the favorite to win the tournament. He's just too goddamn good. Yeah, he had issues at the beginning of the fight with Briedis because Briedis had success with getting his punches around the guard of a stationary Oleksandr Usyk, and also the body shots. But then he stopped going to the body. Now, with a guy like Usyk, who has an excellent motor, as I said, an excellent transmission, you know, he can do a lot of moving, and he can throw a lot of punches. You know, it's hard to time it because he does have excellent head movement too, you know, and he's always in and out. But I would think, in my opinion, you know, you got to start breaking him down to the body, you know, and cutting the ring, because if you break him down to the body, then that's going to limit him from trying to come in and, you know, turn into semi, you know, matrix. Like as it's been said, I've said it before in my preview videos that I had to take one down. They copyrighted me for one. You know, so my preview videos aren't up anymore, and it's like, what the fuck, man? But anyway, I was saying that Oleksandr Usyk is looked at as the cruiserweight Lomachenko, you know? People are wondering, you know, like right now, like after the tournament, what else does he need to stay at, you know, cruiserweight anymore, like for? Because he'll have 4 belts if he wins. For example, right now he has the WBC and that WBO, you know, the winner of Gassiev and the Dorticos, as you can see, is for the IBF and the WBA. So the winner of this cruiserweight tournament that it's not televised here in the United States is going to be for the Undisputed Championship in May or June. No, in May. The finals is in May. The second undisputed champion in a year's time of this era. Now, in this era, you have to have all 4 titles. You have to have that WBC. You have to have that WBA, that IBF, and that WBO. You have to have that WBO. You know? And it's not televised. In a couple of days, I got to do another video on this whole subject because I got to do my Gassiev versus Dorticos fight week predictions and preview video, and we're going to talk more about this after I watch the post-fight press conference, you know, watch some highlights of the fight, some interviews and everything. Normally I would have like some little highlights over here that I'm able to show you legally, right, you know, for educational parody criticism, but more importantly to educate fans on the sport. We need more people. You'd be surprised, like how a lot of my competitors aren't even covering these fights, aren't even covering these World Boxing Super Series fights. It's crazy. And YouTube has such a big audience of boxing fans. It's crazy. But anyway, please subscribe. All the links to my social media, as you can see, been popping up at FightView360.com. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live.